A damning new report tonight reveals the MTA's financial situation is actually much worse than we actually thought.
All right, Fox 5 Sharon Crowley is live on the Upper East Side with more on the growing budget crunch and fears it will lead to yet more service problems. Sharon.
Yeah, Stephen, Natasha, the comptroller's report paints a bleak picture of the MTA's financial situation, especially because of the pause in congestion pricing. And they say the future doesn't look good either.
It's really important for me to finally be able to say, my name is Demetrius Critchlow. I'm the president of New York City Transit. No longer interim.
New York City Transit's new president, Demetrius Critchlow, inherits a giant budget shortfall. The state comptroller's new report says the pause in congestion pricing created a $211 million gap, one that could dramatically increase in the coming years.
The system deteriorating and then service deteriorating are the two outcomes that could happen over time if they don't get that funding.
Raul Jain is the New York State Deputy Comptroller. I asked him if he thought the MTA could find the money to make up for the loss of congestion pricing within its current budget.
I think we can say pretty clearly, though, that even if they were able to find savings, the size of where the gaps could go is not enough to find pennies in the couch, right? That's not enough to make it close. There has to be another source of revenue, or they really have to get the revenue that they were promised before.
MTA Chair and CEO Jano Lieber says there could be other consequences if Albany and the city let the MTA deficit persist.
We either increase fares dramatically or we cut service. Both terrible, terrible options.
Many are putting the blame for the hole in the MTA's budget squarely on Governor Hochul because she abruptly paused congestion pricing. She's now promising to work with lawmakers in Albany to get it restored.
I'll be working closely with the legislature in the next session to address the congestion pricing.
Another problem, the nation's largest public transit system is facing ridership that still isn't back to pre-pandemic levels. The MTA budget shortfall means capital improvements like extending the 2nd Avenue subway and making more stations accessible must be put on hold. Lisa Daglian is the executive director of the Permanent Citizens Advisory Committee to the MTA.
We're seeing that the next capital program is really bare bones compared to what it could be because of the uncertainty.
So Governor Hochul was asked repeatedly today about the comptroller's new report just out, and she said that congestion pricing, and these are her words, is on pause. It's not permanent, but she says she won't be taking it up with Albany lawmakers until after the election next year, and that means capital projects remain on hold. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right. Thanks, Sharon.